Okay, okay, here we are this afternoon. My name is Alan Jones with AJ Home Buyers, and I'm speaking with today Lolita Sheriow. And did I pronounce that right?
You're good. Yes, sir.
And she's a real estate investor, top notch, if I may say, a female, which caught my attention out of Texas. Now, how are you today, Lolita?
I'm very well, Al. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited about the interview.
Thank you so much for accepting because I've been wanting to do this for quite a while. I had another investor friend who's an author. He's and several more friends who've been trying to encourage me to write a couple of books. And so I've been procrastinating. And when I got a chance to see you on YouTube, you're an affiliate of ours, I got so excited. It's like it inspired me to make that move now. And I was
wonderful.
And I'm very pleased that you accepted my invitation to interview.
Sure.
Okay, so I do have questions that I'd like to ask you, but is there anything that you would like to, that's on your mind that you would like to share before I start asking questions?
Well, again, I'm just excited and, pleased that you would want me and to interview me. So I'm really excited about, sharing information that has helped me, been a blessing for me as well as my family, and hopefully can kind of motivate and inspire others as well.
Very good, very good. Well, Olivia, tell me, let's start at the beginning. How did you get started, or before that, what made you get up enough nerve to try to be or attempt to be a real estate investor? I mean, as a female, because it's kind of hard, I know, for females.
Sure, absolutely. Well, good question. How I started, I actually had a mentor, him and his wife, Dr. Richmond McCoy and Anna McCoy. And me and my two cousins worked with them. They had a financial services company that went around and connected with other large church ministries throughout the United States. Mm-hmm. And we were a part of their team. So not only did we sing, because I used to sing professionally in a gospel group.
Okay.
Not only did we sing, we also worked with them on the administrative side. So we did that for about 2 or 3 years. So we kind of traveled all over and worked with some of the larger, churches, ministries, if you will, within the United States, including the Potter's House and Dr. Bronner there in Atlanta, Georgia. So for about 2 years, it was a great experience, and I was able to learn so many lessons within that experience. But one mainly being having financial independence. Learning how to be financially responsible. And we included within those events, in those sessions, everything from insurance, the importance of having insurance, real estate investing, how to invest in the stock market. So it was a combination of things to educate. So that right there kind of totally shifted my mindset and motivated me mostly to get more interested in real estate. And once we kind of settled down, because we lived in Florida with them, actually. But when I moved back to Texas, I started working for Countrywide in the customer service department and kind of got bored with babysitting people. I kind of moved up pretty quick in the ranks from being on the phones into management. And I had a team and I got tired of babysitting people and depending on them for my raises. So I transferred over to sales and started working in the refinancing and department, helping people get loans for houses. And I connected with another young man that was an investor, and he had several rental properties, and he was telling me about the cash flow and everything that he was making. And that really also motivated me. So I kind of got started doing some networking with local real estate investing groups, asking him questions, wearing him out. Because I really couldn't afford a mentor or anything at the early stages. But I'm still working for Countrywide. And during the time that Countrywide started, the whole housing market started going in array in, I guess, 06, 07. I had closed my first real estate deal. I made $2,500, and 6 weeks later, they shut down our department. So at that point, I made up in my mind, I had a little bit saved up, and asked my mom for a little help, and I just stepped out on faith and started doing real estate full time from that point. And I have not turned back since. So that's pretty much, the beginning of how it really got started and how I got really interested in real estate investing.
Okay, that's very good. And I have some similar background. I've been in ministry for the past 14 years, and I've been really attempting to get a lot of the ladies, because men, they have their jobs and they kind of stick to their job. That's their bread and butter, and it's kind of hard to get them, having families, I understand, to get them to turn that loose and venture out into real estate investing. But I have a few female entrepreneurs that are looking to do some things different than what they've been doing. Some have retired, and it's been real difficult to encourage them to step out.
Yes.
Realizing that they can really do it. That's what impressed me with you so much, because I like your boldness. I like your enthusiasm. The way you talk about the business, the way you just take charge of it. Because once I saw you on YouTube, I followed through and watched a few of your interviews and a few of the things that you had on there, and I was really impressed. And I thought, that this is something that the ladies need to see. They need to see, especially a woman of color, to just get out and make it and erase some of the fears that we have. We have a lot of fears in the body of Christ, as far as I heard you just make a statement, as far as stepping out on faith. Because,
yes.
It's not easy to step out on faith. But once you see that someone else has been successful at it, then it's easier to do. So
absolutely, and I just want to share something. Number one, I'm sorry about the interruption, but I just want to share something. Turn this down here, but I have I think with being a woman of color, and I'm here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, this particular field, real estate investing, is predominantly Caucasian.
Absolutely.
And male dominated at that. Mm-hmm. But I have never been the type to allow myself, and I was brought up this way. I was brought up by a single parent mother that was very independent. But that helped me, to know that I can pretty much tap into any field, any profession, and do just as good as anybody else. So that has always, been instilled within me. And have I had challenges? Sure. I'm sure you're probably going to hit around on that question as well. And I can definitely talk about it. But for women that of color that are looking, at this, I really want to encourage you that the opportunities are there. It's very plentiful, and there are some really great relationships. You have to get out there and network. There's great relationships and networks of other women that are in this profession that you can tie into, and again do well and get some really good direction, and as well as partnerships and joint ventures is how you really become successful, not only with real estate but any profession. So it's the networking. But I just wanted to share that.
Very good, very good. And you're right. And I find that when people are starting, that joint venturing and partnerships is a good way to start. It's kind of difficult here in the Orlando, Florida area. It's because it's so much deception going on. And it's a cruel world in the real estate investing game. You get out here and people will have your lunch. You just be a a doormat for people. They'll walk all over you, and they'll everything that can be done to you will be done to you in this area, especially with the people that dominate the business. So anyway, getting back to you and your business,
Sure.
How long did it take you to really feel as though that you could be successful at this business and make it as an entrepreneur?
Well, I think for the first year, I did a lot of studying, but at the same time, I took a lot of action. And I think that's important for people because you don't want to buy every course, seminar, book. And I know a lot of people do that, but my philosophy has always been whatever I invest in, whatever material information from other, successful real estate investors, whoever, I make sure I study it and I apply it and I get some type of return out of it, meaning that I learn at least one or two principles, take action with that, and make some type of profit from that, then I move on. I think the problem that a lot of people have is that they buy so much stuff and they never really take action, they don't make any money, and they spend thousands of dollars and then they want to say, well, it don't work or such and such is a fraud or whatever the case may be. So as far as me being successful, I would say that after the first year of me just learning and applying and, doing deals, closing deals, some deals not closing, then I was able to kind of step back and analyze, over that 6 to 12 months, what I did, how I did. Obviously, I was making money, so I was able to pay bills and, take care of my responsibilities. And for me, that was being successful. I knew that I was onto something. I knew that I could do it. Now it's just a matter of continuing to learn and continue to work at it.
Okay. So you're strictly wholesale, right?
Wholesaling is our primary way of doing deals. Buying and selling real estate. We also buy and hold periodically, so we have some income producing rental properties, but wholesaling is primarily what we do.
Okay. How is the market there as far as you finding properties to wholesale?
Dallas-Fort Worth market is a stable market. We are growing. It's very affordable here. Housing is. So, to get a $300 square foot home, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, and in certain areas, 150, 185,000 price range is what you're looking at, which, is really good. So we have a lot of activity here. We have a lot of buyers. We have a lot of investors from out of state that's coming from different markets. That are buying here. I have some, within my database that's always looking for inventory here. So it's a stable market and it's an affordable market. And I think that's why, we stay pretty busy with deals. So
That's good. Now we just happen to be in a market to where, the availability of wholesale properties has shrunken tremendously. It is real difficult to find them. And for new people coming in, what would you suggest as an alternative to bandit signs or MLS as far as wholesale properties?
Well, I am big on utilizing and leveraging the internet and social media. We do a lot of virtual wholesaling, and I actually have an online course that I just created that I can share with everyone a little bit later if you'd like.
Okay.
But utilizing social media and the internet to market to find deals, motivated sellers, market to find buyers. But one thing that I would encourage new real estate investors to do is to get out and network. I can't stress that enough. You want to talk to realtors and befriend realtors and get a sense of what areas are good for them to invest in or to wholesale deals. Kind of get an idea in the field. Also, one thing you can do is go to, and I just taught my students this, so I'll share it with you all. One thing you can do, you can go to homevestors.com And Home Investors is like probably one of the largest We Buy Houses franchises. I believe they're all in one. And they have different, offices throughout the United States. But you can go to homeinvestors.com, see what type of inventory they have for sale in your city, in your state. And if you see several zip codes that appear, more than once or twice, then that may be an area that you can focus on, because they buy and sell houses as well. So that's kind of a cheat way of you being able to kind of see where the activity is, where the other investors are buying, where are the other investors selling homes as well. So.
Okay, when I got started, we used to have quite a few here, hard money lenders for people who get involved and don't have the funds to purchase and rehab properties that we wanted to rehab properties. Do you have a formula that you use to attract hard money lenders that don't act like a bank as far as qualification wise?
Well, we don't too much deal with hard money lenders. We have private lenders that we work with directly, which makes it a lot easier. They don't charge as much as hard money lenders. And how we attract our private lenders is pretty much through relationship. And, if you have a relationship with someone, whether it be family or not, some people don't really like to deal with family and, large sums of money when it comes to investing. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But if you have other relationships that you can tap into, private lenders would be the best way to go. I would think, again, because they're a little bit more flexible and not necessarily will charge as much for their money. Hard money lenders normally charge anywhere from 12 to 15%, with about 3 to 4 points that you would have to pay. If you find a deal, and it's just, a little different, and that's a little bit more technical, but, private lenders is pretty much, how we kind of work, with deals that we want to buy and hold, and we want to use funding, then we kind of go tap into our private lenders.
Yeah, so that was going to be my next question, about the private lenders, because, I know the private lenders, basically buy and hold is, better to use private lenders because hard money people want their money back right away, and like you said, they want a lot of points, and their rates are higher, and it's a shorter term. They're not looking for a long-term investment. Okay, so as far as someone new, how would you advise them to market themselves in their business?
Get online. Go ahead and create you a Facebook profile, Twitter, YouTube. Brand yourself as this real estate investor, and whatever it is, if you're wholesaling, you need to brand yourself. Also, get out and network. Go to these meetings, go to local meetings, have you some business cards. A lot of people say, well, that's kind of old school. It works. There's nothing like going out and touching. Even though I'm a big online person and you can be just as effective and make just as much money and also be seen more and have opportunities through online, you still want to have that face-to-face meeting contact, and people will remember you. So that's what I would suggest for someone starting out new. People are going to have to know who you are, that you are now in the game, that you're here, that you have deals, or that you're looking for deals for them, the buyers, that is. You want to call them. You want to make sure that they call you, email them, follow up. But that would be my advice. If you're absolutely new, get your name, or if you don't have a name, you can start with your name. You buy and sell real estate, or you're a wholesaler, and get you a profile, get you profiles online, and create you a quick video. Video marketing is really, really huge, and it's very effective. So a lot of people may not necessarily feel comfortable with being in front of the camera, but I can tell you a secret, and people are very receptive to individuals that are themselves. So you can just be just as natural, be yourself, keep it simple. You know, hi, my name is such and such. I'm a wholesale real estate investor. We have deals. We'd like to add you to our database, you know, depending on if you're trying to attract buyers. And it could just be a quick video. And but that would be my advice.
So that video, would you put it on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace,
Yes.
YouTube?
Put it everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about MySpace. MySpace is kind of obsolete, so I don't think anybody hangs out there too much.
I've never used it, but I know that that's one of the sources out there. And I know they're steady coming up with new ones. LinkedIn, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a great site. LinkedIn is a little bit. It's a more professional type of social media service. So you really have, you know, some kind of heavy hitters that are on LinkedIn, more serious individuals that are looking for opportunities and to spend money. So you really want to have your A game and all your information accurate there on LinkedIn. Facebook as well. Facebook is just as effective. You have a lot of groups, real estate investing groups. You have a ton of them actually. So join those real estate investing groups that's near you in your city, in your state. Start networking and start talking to people, start asking questions so they can get familiar with you. Okay, are you heavy on real groups?
Am I heavy on what now?
Real estate investment groups.
Yeah. I think real estate investing groups, yes. And the reason why is I have met countless over the last 3 years that I've really been on Facebook and LinkedIn in particular. Buyers, I've added buyers into my database. I've had those buyers to buy some of our deals. Never met them ever, but we just linked LinkedIn online. Start a conversation. I post my deals that we have on all the sites. Some deals I put them on video, do walkthrough videos, put them on YouTube, would get response. Also motivated sellers. I've had people to email me from Facebook as well as LinkedIn. Lolita, I'm interested in selling my house. Give me a call. I see you're in real estate. So it's very effective. It's very effective and it's free. You know, the social media sites are free. You just have to know how to leverage them and really use them to your benefit.
Do you run ads on Facebook?
Do what now?
Do you run ads on Facebook?
I have used the Facebook ads, pay-per-click ads. They were pretty effective as well. You know, if I'm promoting something, because I also write and also do product creations as well. So if it's something that I'm rolling out, I have had ads on Facebook that were effective. And a Facebook fan page. I use my Facebook fan page a lot as well to do a lot of marketing and advertising. So yes.
And you know, we were talking last week. We were talking about helping people, and you were telling me about some of the things that you were doing with affiliate programs or programs that people could sign up for that would really benefit them. And you know, we talked about teaming up to help new people involved. Would you mind sharing a little information on how you have that set up and what benefit it could be to people?
Sure, absolutely. After multiple emails from different people on Facebook and LinkedIn, and I get them quite often. You know, people just want to know, you know, Lolita, how do I get started as a real estate investor, as a wholesaler? How can I buy and sell houses from home? And, you know, I need to make some quick cash to pay bills and all that kind of stuff. So what I decided to do, because a lot of people cannot afford personal mentorship, it is quite pricey, obviously, because that's time. That's time that you are actually paying for from the individual, from the experts or whatever. So what I did, I put together an online training course of videos, audios, interviews that teach people how to become successful wholesalers from A to Z. And right now, I have over 100 hours of video trainings, of content that's structured to help even the newest of the newest, they don't even know what wholesaling is, to learn how to do it effectively. I teach them how to market to motivated sellers, what a motivated seller is, where to find motivated sellers, how to talk to and negotiate with sellers. And that's one of the critical pieces of learning how to be successful at this. A lot of people have fear when it comes to talking to people. They just don't want to do it. They just, for whatever reason. And I teach you how to overcome that fear and the things that you should be saying, and also how to overcome objections for sellers. I teach you on how to contract the deal. I have the purchase and sales contracts, the assignment forms. I teach you about all of that, as well as how to market the deals, where to market the deals, how to market the deals, online and offline, how to use bandit signs, what to say, the best verbiage to use on bandit signs, and also the buyers, how to find the buyers, these investor buyers for these deals, which is very simple. But I teach different strategies on that. And different interviews. I interview other successful wholesale real estate investors that share their strategies and tips as well and what works for them. So it's just a ton of information there. And it's an online wholesaling course. And the information in there is more than what a college curriculum would be. And college curriculum, depending on where you go to college, that could be hundreds or even thousands of dollars. But it's only a $47 a month product. That's it. And each month I do a one-on-one question and answer session with all the active members, and I answer your questions, help you out, as well as have a members forum. So for all the members, there's a forum in the membership area where you can talk to other members, ask questions. If y'all want to partner on deals, it's whatever. So I created that for that purpose, and so far it's been really, really successful. I've been getting some good reviews about it.
Yes, I think it's a very good program. I took a look at it, and I'd love to add it to what I do and to the people that I'm coaching and working with. I think it's a benefit, and I think it's actually nothing out there like it because, as you said, all of the gurus, they charge you so much, but quite naturally, you have to invest in yourself in any business.
Yes.
You got to invest in your business, and investing in yourself and your training and your knowledge of the business is invested in the business. You are the business.
Yes.
But I think that for people, and especially in this time with the economy the way it is, people wanting to get started, I think that program is really good, really good program. And appreciate you sharing that with us. Do you get a lot of deals from realtors?
I don't. I don't even. I have some realtor friends and colleagues, but our relationships are more so just getting information, getting comps, getting the market analysis. I'm having them kind of do some research for me, if you will. But mostly where we get our deals, we market directly to the homeowners. We use postcards and we mail to absentee owners, meaning homeowners or landlords that have properties here in Dallas, but they may live in California. So we'll send them a postcard there in California to say, hey, my name is Lolita Sheriow. I'm with Hearthstone Management. We're a real estate investing company. We're really interested in your property. Whatever the verbiage is, we have different postcards. And they'll call us up. A lot of them are distressed properties. A lot of them are situations where, they ran out of money or they're tired of being landlords. But that's just one lead type, absentee owners. We also market to probate leads, meaning that, yes, and individuals that have passed on, and whoever the executors of their estate is, we'll mail them directly, whether it's a letter or postcard, to see if they're interested in selling their homes. So there's different lead types, and I also talk about that in the membership, in my Take Action Wholesaling course, how to market and where to find those type of leads, and also share some of my postcards and letters that you can use to send them as well.
And, that's what it's come to in my business, where it's gotten so bad as far as all the investors here have basically purchased bought up everything and they're just holding them. So it's real lean. So in order to find wholesale properties, I've been working the probates and started to work the absentee homeowners because there's no other source here right now.
Okay. And another thing you can do too, Al, it's another thing you can do too. And that's what I also teach. I teach you how to wholesale virtually. So if you want to tap into a market, elsewhere like Georgia or maybe even here in Texas, I mean, you already know an investor here in Texas. It's a matter of partnering and on the marketing and doing deals together in other markets. So, and that's another thing that I teach. If, those of you, would be interested in doing that. And a lot of people are.
And that's good because I work in the Chicago area, the Memphis, Tennessee area, the Milwaukee area.
Great.
I haven't been able to really tap into those markets the way that I would like to. And so I'm really glad that I did run across you and we had a chance to meet and establish a rapport so that in the future that we can do these type of things. And I have people in those areas that want to be involved in real estate investing, but they've been shut out because, people don't share their knowledge, and their knowledge, they want to charge so much for it that you can't afford to even get involved. And so I think that it's a great service to our community and other communities. And as far as the female gender, I think this will be an excellent opportunity. There are so many single parent moms out there. I heard you say that you were raised by your mom alone. And I wasn't raised by my mom. I was raised by my grandparents, but she was a single parent with my siblings. And so I understand how difficult it can be. So they need an avenue. They need that independence, that real estate investing. And I believe in multi-streams of income. And they need these sources to really give them a little more integrity and be able to hold their heads up and be able to give their children and expose them to things that they need to be exposed to.
Absolutely. And I just want to share something else with you. I want to piggyback on what you just said. And if you think about it, when you think about real estate, I mean, for generations, since the beginning of time, even, I'm not trying to be too spiritual, but even in the Bible days, what did they always fight about? They always fought about territory and the land.
Land.
And that's one thing about real estate. It's always still going to be a struggle. Just like you said, you're still going to have competition. You're still going to have people that's not going to have integrity. But obviously, when you have integrity and you link with people that do, you're going to be successful. But I want to share that for those of you that are thinking about real estate or you're not sure or whatever, just think about this. There's always going to be real estate. There's not going to be any more produced. There's always going to be people that's going to live in a house. Always. Mm-hmm. So just knowing and understanding that whether the market's good or whether the market's bad, there's always going to be an opportunity to be very successful in real estate.
Absolutely. And what's so good about it now, you even have investors from overseas coming over here, and we have people from here going overseas because, like you said, you're not going to run out of land. And the availability of it and the value of it, because people got to live, and we're getting more people. They got to go somewhere. So that's right. Sometimes the industry they're not building, but the houses that are available, they're going to fill up, and they're going to have to build more. So it's like being a doctor or a nurse. You're going to always have business. And
yes,
I like about it. So I basically haven't been able to ask everything that I would like to have asked because I did have a list, but once we got started, I went away from the list because I got
that's all right.
so much other stuff that we could share with one another, and hopefully we can do this again, and we can do some shorter versions to possibly put on YouTube. I don't think I do see some long items on YouTube, an hour or more, but normally they're about 9 or 10 minutes or so. So I'll have to see how I can put it on YouTube. But
yeah, you can do that, and I can show you how to do that.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else you want to share in this particular interview, I'm I'm good for now, and we can do it again. It's been a pleasure and an honor to have you. I've enjoyed everything that you said. I love the things that you've put together and the opportunities that you're offering other people, and your willingness to share.
You're very welcome, and thank you so much for having me. And for those of you that are interested in more information about the online wholesale real estate investing coaching program, there is a link provided below the video, and you can just get there and get more information, and hopefully you can be a part of our Take Action Club.
Sounds good to me.